Hi everyone, I hope you're well today. Today I want to talk a little bit about a topic that tends to come up more often than not when working with clients, and that's the issue and challenge around anxiety. So anxiety is an emotion, an energy that is very, well, I see it particularly often when working with others. And a lot of the time what I notice is that the anxiety energy is coming from other sources. In other words, people run anxiety energy that's not actually theirs. More often than not, the anxiety comes from something called the morphogenetic field, which is a field that sits around the earth, and it contains every single emotion, belief system, experience of every sentient being that has ever been or ever will be. So when we pick up anxiety or other energies from the morphogenetic field, very often this is indicative of really just a boundary issue, okay? And there can be many, many reasons for that. Sometimes it has to do with something that happened in a past life. That's just one example of where we might have this kind of agreement where we decide we're going to pick up morphogenetic field energies. Of course, it's not helpful to run morphogenetic field energies, in particular running anxiety. That'll have an impact on your nervous system and impact the way you function day to day. So what can we do? The first thing you can do is you can ask your guidance to clear any programming around anxiety that might be sitting in the Akashic record, and the Akashic record is located in the 8th chakra, if you're wondering. So that's step number one. The second thing we can do when we run anxiety is we can just take a moment to breathe. I know that sounds really simple, but honestly, if you just pause, shut your eyes and take a breath in through the crown of your head. Nice, slow, deep breath all the way through the central part of your body. Breathe all the way down through all the chakras, down to your feet, and then into the earth below the feet to meet your 10th chakra. So already I can feel that my nervous system is relaxing. I can feel like I've just hit the reset button on my nervous system. My body is much more relaxed. I feel a lot more calmer. And so you can do this 2 or 3 times. And it's probably the quickest way to really reground your energy is just to do that breath work. So we've spoken about program clearing. That's a good first step. We've spoken about breathing. The other thing you can do is just bring your attention into the present moment. So what I mean by that is you become the observer of what's going on for you. So rather than your thoughts and your emotions taking the lead in your energy, you take the seat of the observer or the witness, and you observe what's going on in the body. What thoughts are you having? What are the emotions that are running in the body? Can you locate them? You don't need to label or identify with them. You just need to be able to sense them in the body and observe them. It can be helpful if you can do a body scan, for example, moving from the top of your head all the way through to your feet, and try to locate where the anxiety might be residing in the body. And as you do the breath work, you can hold an intention to bring in, for example, a really good energy is trust. And for some people, it's safety. So let's say you were holding anxiety energy in your belly area. You can place your hands in that area, hold the intention to bring in safety and trust, and breathe into that area in the body. And in this way, you can begin to transform the anxiety. Okay, I think I've probably said enough for this post. I really hope that this is helpful for those of you, maybe if you're having a stressed out day or if you're really struggling with anxiety. Put these little tips and tricks into practice. It does take time to cultivate these kinds of practices, but usually, in my experience, I've found them to be quite effective. So good luck with all of that, and I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.